couple are shorter, a couple are longer, but any that you choose will be covered by the voucher. You won't have to pay anything extra. So the first one I have here is a very simple 3-card spread, which is the past, present and future. So very simple spread, like I said. So the first one will just be something about your past, the second one something about your present, and then the third something about your future. So if you have kind of one specific question you'd like to ask or one area of your life, I can definitely keep that in mind while doing the reading. Otherwise, I just use my intuition to see what's mainly coming through, and I quite like that about it, that it's open and allows for that to happen. And then so the second spread I have here is called the Celtic Cross spread. It's very popular. A lot of people like to do this spread, and in here you can see there are 10 cards. So the first one is present, the second is challenge, the third is past, the fourth is future, 5 is above, 6 is below, 7 is advice, 8 is external influences, 9 is hopes and or fears, and 10 is the outcome. So I'll go into a little bit more depth about those. So present is quite clearly about your current state, current things that are happening to you, and also about your state of mind. Then number 2 being the challenge, talks about the problem or the challenge that's occurring right now, a thing that if it was resolved, it would solve a lot of problems and make life a lot easier. Then the past is about kind of the events that have led up to this point in time and this challenge, and it may even shed some light on how this challenge came to be. Then we have future, which is generally the next few weeks to months. It's not like definitive, this is definitely what's going to happen, but it can give us a bit of a glimpse into the near future with this challenge happening. Then we have 5 above. So this can be your goals, aspirations, or the best outcome regarding the situation. It can also be what you're working towards consciously as you attempt to resolve the issue. So then number 6 below is showing us what's in your subconscious realm, and it's beginning to delve deeper into the situation. It also tells us about the underlying feelings and emotions associated with the challenge and what's driving you at this time. Then number 7, the advice card, takes into account everything that's happening in your life at the moment and gives a recommendation of next steps on what you should be doing to help resolve the challenge. Then we have number 8, external influences, which is telling us about the people, the events, the energies that are outside of your control that are going to have an impact on the challenge. Then card number 9 is going to be telling us about your hopes and or fears regarding this situation. Could be about the situation itself, about the outcome, etc. So it's really important to keep in mind when reading this card particularly that our hopes and fears are often intertwined, and we can be worried that what we hope for is ultimately going to fail. So it's an interesting card to read, that one. And then the final card, the outcome, is telling us where the situation is headed and the outcome that is going to happen if you continue on the same path. Now, if this card were to be undesirable, we get an undesirable outcome, then it's up to you to change your course of action to change the outcome. uses a lot of cards. There's like a lot of opportunities for things to be coming up during this reading as well. So the next one I have here is a specific spread created by Kimberly Tsan with one of her decks. It's a expansion on a deck that she created called Spread Machine, and this comes from the Quest expansion. So it involves 7 cards, you can see here. Now this expansion deck is really focused on kind of gaming, so either video gaming or tabletop role-playing. So the language and the terms used are kind of gamified, and I really enjoy that because I play a lot of games. I enjoy that. And so it's very easy for me to imagine these kind of things, terms, attributes, etc. in that scenario. And you can also even think of these in terms of books and characters. So the first one we have here is hero at the top. Then we have sidekick, lore, strength, weakness, ultimate move, and destiny. So you can kind of hear that video game, character, book terminology there. So number 1, hero is about the adventurer. It's about you. Who are you on this adventure? Who are you on your epic quest? Then number 2, sidekick, is like a follower or a friend, either someone or something that can help you on your journey, have your back, you know. And then lore number 3 is about your backstory, your history, what makes you the adventurer you are today, what like key information or key thing that happened in the past makes you the hero that you are today, and what information is relevant to your quest right now. And so then number 4 is looking at what are your strengths, what are your special abilities, your light, what empowers you, strengthens you, what makes you capable, and what makes you unique. So then card number 5 here is talking about weaknesses. What are your flaws or downfalls? What's something you tend to struggle with? What's something you could work on, or a part of yourself that's calling out for expansion and growth? And then ultimate move is talking about what's the best part about you. What is your ultimate move? What's the one thing you can always count on to bring you success and to smash through obstacles? So then number 7, destiny, is asking, what is your gift? What's your calling? What is your life's purpose? And what makes you legendary? What must you manifest in this lifetime to fulfill who you are and who you're meant to be? So I really like this spread and love the slightly gamified, characterified language and terminology there. And then the last spread we have here is called the Global Footprint Spread by Lexi at Light Wands Tarot. It's the name of her small business. So this is a 4-card reading. Number 1 is something I do that has a large ripple effect that I'll never fully see. Number 2 is something in the world created by others that I benefit from. 3 is a way in which nature and the earth sustains me that I often take for granted. And number 4 is a way in which my energy mirrors nature. So I really like this one as a more both general and specific kind of reading. It's not specific about a certain question or a situation that's happening. It's more of just informative with quite specific meanings about the cards. So I really like that. You don't have to go into it with a specific question or situation. Okay, and then I have a couple more from this book here. It's by Sasha Graham. It's called 365 Tarot Spreads. questions, deepest desires, and most profound needs. The power of tarot lies in the questions, and now you can discern answers to those questions with fascinating and magical results 365 days a year. Explore a tarot quest on any topic with extensive spread categories including love and romance, money and career, health and well-being, home and family, personal growth, astrology and the zodiac, multicultural holidays, rituals and occult studies, grieving and moving forward, and spirituality. Use 365 tarot spreads year after year with spreads you can apply anytime and in any situation. Each spread is based on a significant historical or magical occurrence on that particular day, and each one is accompanied by a detailed explanation and sample questions to focus on while reading. This wondrous guide provides a magnificent journey to achieve enlightenment every day. So that's what it says there on the back. And so I really love this book. It's just an easy way to do a reading on any day of the year. So you can just open this, you don't have to go and find a reading or really think of a question that you want to ask. So it's really nice to just be able to do that and not have to have so much pre-planning done. I was thinking of specifically is called the Mabon Delicate Balance spread, as it is the Mabon season. So I thought this would be really good for this time. So it reads, on this day, Celtic Mabon falls on this day, coinciding with the autumn equinox, when both day and night are equal. Food gathering was once communal and was maintained through seasonal harvests and slaughter. This was a festival of thanksgiving that attempted to maintain a vital spiritual and social balance. Summation of the spread. Do you feel out of whack? Balance exists in life, whether we realize it or not. This is an opportunity to look at what and how we give and take. So casting the cards, it has them in groups of 3. So there's 3 groups of 3, totaling 9 cards. So you can see the recommended layout right there. So, cast your cards in 3 trios. 1, what do I take from the earth? 2, what do I give back? And 3, how can I honour it? 4 is what do I take from my relationship? 5 is what do I give back? And 6 is how can I honour us? And 7 is what do I take from myself? What do I give back? And how can I honour it? So there's some extra information on the side here, which says an ancient hunting deity, Mabon embodies male fertility and is simultaneously the youngest and oldest of souls. Stolen from his mother 3 days after birth, it was believed he was held captive in the other world. Like Persephone, he emerges in the spring as all vegetation shoots forth. And then it tells us about the 6 of Pentacles here. The 6 of Pentacles depicts a delicate balance maintained by the scales. The figures of the card retain a triad position. Mercy, justice, and generosity are all apparent on this card. It is also a reminder to keep the scales in balance, never giving too much of yourself away to others. So I think that's a really nice spread for Mabon. I really like the trio of cards and how they generally kind of repeat, what do I take from this? What do I give back? And how can I honour it? It really shows that give and take, the equal day and night, etc. of this day. So another spread we can do is just the spread of the day, which is Rumi's Poetic Life spread. So on this day, Rumi, the Persian Muslim poet, jurist, theologian, and Sufi mystic, was born on this day in 1207. His small town was in what is now known as modern Afghanistan. Summation of the spread. Rumi's poetry transcended national, ethnic, and religious boundaries. Using beautiful Rumi quotes, this spread seeks to offer illumination and inspiration. So casting your cards, this is a 7-card spread and they are just laid out all next to each other, one after the other. So each question is formulated in the context of the given quote. Rumi's Poetic life spreads cards are cast in a simple single line. So 1, what you are seeking seeks you, with the question, what do I seek? 2, don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form, with the question, what have I lost? 3, the wound is the place where light enters you, with the question, what have I learned? 4, lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along, with the question, who is my true love? 5, why do you stay in prison when the doors are wide open? With the question, what traps me? 6, be like melting snow, wash yourself of yourself. With the question, how do I lose self-awareness? And finally 7, the lion is most handsome when looking for food. With the question, how do I feed my soul? So on the side we have some more information. After Rumi's death, followers became whirling dervishes, also known as the Mevlevi order. It is believed that Rumi, while walking, became so entranced with happiness of the divine that he stretched out his arms and started spinning in a circle. Thus the whirling dervishes were born. And here it also shows us the Ace of Cups and says, the suit of cups inspires poetry, a cups-like activity. The suit utilizes dreams, intuition, and sweeping emotion conveyed in the written word. So I really like that. I like how they've used lines of poetry from Rumi to then kind of inspire a question that's asked with each card. So that's really nice. So as the final option, I am going to just flip through this book and you just say stop whenever you feel like it. And the page that I stop on, that's the spread I'll read to you and we can see if you like that one. Okay? Alrighty. I'll flip through a few times so you just say stop whenever you like. So the Flirting with Danger spread. And this is April 24th. So Mount Vesuvius, the volcano responsible for the 79 CE eruption burying the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum, erupted again on this day in 1872. It blocked the escape route of 20 spectators, who then perished in the lava. Summation of the spread. Is your middle name Danger? Mount Vesuvius is the most deadly volcano in the world due to its heightened activity and the high density of population living nearby in Naples. This spread is based on the fact that we all take risks, real and imagined. The questions look at what you are risking at the moment. So casting your cards, this is an 8-card spread and they are in the shape of a volcano or a mountain. You can see from 1 we rise up to 4 and then from 5 we go down to number 8. So cast your cards in the shape of a volcano as a reminder that the ground we walk on is not always as stable as we might believe. So 1, what stability exists? 2, is there a risk I need to take? 3, what risk am I already taking? 4, is it a needed risk? 5, what happens if I walk away? 6, what happens if I up the ante? 7, how does this risk define me? And 8, what is the lesson learned? So the more information information section. The remains of Pompeii are so well preserved that you can see Greek-inspired buildings, water fountains, brothels, bathhouses, residences, and an amphitheatre standing along cobblestone streets. And then the tarot card example it gives us is the Five of Wands, saying, "Wands echo the energy, force, and potential destruction of a volcano. It is important to channel passions and energy. Will you bottle your passion up, let it snuff out, or use it wisely to guide and light your way?" So I like that. That's a good spread that we stumbled across there with the flip through the book method. Okay, so did you like any of those spreads? Did one kind of jump out at you? Yeah, the heroic gamified one. Yep, that's the hero spread by Complete Sun. Yep. Alrighty, so we'll use that one. So we'll use the deck that you chose earlier, this spread, to do your reading. Alrighty, so I'll tidy up these couple of books and I'll set up and get